Hold on, guys. I'm waiting for Juan to come on. If you're watching. How's everybody doing out there? Make sure you're commenting down below in the comments so we can. What's going on, Mike? Which song, bud? Let's see. You on one? Waiting for Juan to join me here. Let me see. Yo, buddy, can you hear me? Yeah, let me grab headphones. All right. This is our first live broadcast on Facebook. Juan and I have been talking about doing some podcasts for your listening pleasure to talk a little bit about Sunblind, what we're doing, but also what's going on in the local music scene. All right. Can you hear me, Juan? Yeah, I don't hear anything. That's weird. Ooh, now I hear something. No, that was my computer. Let's see. Can you hear me? I don't hear you, Juan. Can you guys hear Juan on our video? Mike, can you hear him? Hello? Can you hear me? Let's see. You can hear me though, right, Juan? Hey, can you hear me now?
I think I'm in the stream.
Now I hear you. All right, now I hear you.
Yeah, I had to connect me into the stream. But I still don't see me.
Give it a second. It's got a little bit of a lag. Are you looking on Facebook as well right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got like I don't know how many seconds of lag.
It's 15 seconds.
The 15 seconds. Yeah, I mean if you're doing a Facebook Live thing, it's the same thing anyways. Because John Ake was on Tom Thought's thing the other night where they were
Yeah, I was on that.
Yeah,
Well, not on it, but I was watching.
Right, where Tom was trying to make stuff happen, and John was, distracting and taking cigarette breaks every 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, what was it? I think I looked back at it. I was like, holy crap! I commented a lot on that night. I'm like, was I drinking? No, I was drinking.
Yeah. I'm usually.
Yeah, it was cool.
I try to troll Tom every time he does a Facebook Live thing, especially right now during quarantine, because one of the things that I'm really missing out on is not only going out all the time to PJs or wherever I might end up at the end of the night, but my end of the night thing, crawling back home, is usually a stop at Three Brothers on the weekends. As you've been there with me many times.
Oh yeah, I've too many times.
Yeah,
not
but
enough,
usually,
really.
Yeah, but usually, like, there's always this, like, my relationship with Tom Flott, and I guess Mary's in the mix, whether she likes it or not, is like either I'm already there eating and I'm like pretty blitz, and he walks in really blitzed, and I usually start harassing him, calling him Tom Thought, or I walk in and he's already there really blitzed, and he just says, "Please don't videotape me right now," which I always do. So,
yeah, because you're that great. You're that great of a guy. You're like, no, you're gonna want this later.
Yeah. I guess my brother's watching. Patrick, do you have a permission slip to watch right now?
Where the hell did he get that from?
That's right. He's not going to get a permission slip.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm like, I don't even think they have. I think there's a reason why they don't have paper at the house right now. So you think you can't get those? What the hell?
I'm trying to. Cool. Now we're. All right.
Now I can see my great quarantine beard that I got.
Yeah.
There's actually dirt that's all over my face. There's no water during the quarantine, I've been told.
Kutztown has run out of water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Kutztown. This is completely run out of water. That's crazy. Now I'm in it. The whole time it was like audio only. I'm like, well, can't control that. God.
Awesome.
What did I?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, sweet. So, guess that time to do a little crisp check. Oh yeah, there we go.
There we go.
We got here tonight, folks, is Sweetwater's Insane OG Mexican style lager. It's actually a collaboration with Be Real from Cypress Hill. They did a little collab. Yeah, it's actually made with live resin and terpenes. It's not psychoactive, but it does all the flavor and stuff of that from cannabis that kind of makes it the beer, and it's really cool.
Ooh, so I actually have the reason why I want to do this podcast a little later is my dad's definitely not up, so he's not going to watch this.
That's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee. He goes to bed. He goes to bed like right now. But lately, so at one of our shows, I don't remember which. I think it was last year at the end of the year. One of our friends that always comes to our shows, she brought me tinctures, and they're mixed with like whiskey, which I didn't know like they would mix with like a tincture with whiskey.
Yeah. If you still have, I mean, I don't know about the whole science to it, but to make tinctures, you need some type of alcohol. So, but I thought it'd be like, almost like freaking lighter fluid, like Everclear or something to do that. But whiskey, I mean, if it's high enough in alcohol, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, it's somebody that I know locally that makes like edibles and does some stuff. I won't name any names or anything, but I love him or her. It could be a her. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to discriminate. Them. I love them. But they gave me their significant other or whatever. I don't even know what the relationship is. Gave me tinctures, and since the shutdown has been happening, I can't go to PJ's or the Pick. So like I haven't been able to get roofied in a while now.
True.
So I started roofing my own drinks with the tinctures.
I was like waiting like to hear something sentimental. Like,
No.
yeah, it's been so long. I just haven't seen my friends and I haven't been able to play. And it's just this whiskey tincture just brings me back to like hanging out with friends. No, it's like, yeah, it's just good. I don't have to get drugged. I had to do it at home. It's great.
Yeah. You know, I keep it real. I keep it real.
Keep it be real.
Yeah. But yeah, so I finished the rest of the tinctures, which I've had for months, but since the quarantine, I decided if nobody else is going to roofie me, I might as well roofie myself. So yeah.
Keep it forward.
Yeah, I'm glad Natasha's watching now. Natasha has Facebook. Yeah, she's watching. Yeah.
What's up, Natasha?
So
Give me your gypsy.
If you guys have any comments on what you want to discuss, you know, comment down below. Let us know what you're drinking right now during the quarantine, like what's getting you through right now. I've been doing a lot of wine, dry red wine. I know my roommates have been going through cases and cases of beer.
You say beer, but you gotta let the people know it's not like they're not going through anything heavy. They're not doing like craft packs. Excuse me, got a burp there. It's just PBR. I didn't want to be burping in front of the good people here.
Well,
made that weird sound, but
John,
anyway,
John has been doing PBR strictly.
Okay.
Vincent has been getting the Victory Summer Love stuff, which is good. It's a nice lager.
Dude, I love the Summer Love. That's that's a good solid beer that they make.
It really is. I used to love having a cold lager on tap during the summer, and I feel like Yuengling changed their recipe in the last I want to say 6 or 7 years. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Hey, Luke, out of curiosity, how can the good people at home follow and watch this if they are not friends with you? Is there a link or anything they can provide?
That's a really good question.
Right? Yeah, we gotta expand here. We gotta make this an enterprise. No, we don't. But
make it an enterprise. Can you you could probably share it on your Facebook page. So I have 2 screens up right now.
That's what I'm doing too. Little dual screen action.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It's on my timeline. Cool. It's on my timeline.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm glad we've gotten some people listening. Oh, Kevin said he'll roofie me. Kevin, you're always there for me, buddy. Thank you so much. He's always got my back. Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm so far away, I can't roofie him. You know, that's the only way Luke goes to bed. Actually, you got to rub his belly, and then don't be afraid if he gets a hard on. He's got to get past that. What I do, I put an elbow up and kind of hunker it down.
I'm Irish. You don't need to be afraid because I'm Irish. It's not that intimidating.
It just looks very staunch and angry.
Right.
You got to put the boner down, rub his belly, and then sing him Ariana Grande's what was it? Stronger Than I've Been Before. He loves that song before he goes to bed. And then just a nice warm glass of milk with a shot of whiskey and a whole fuckload of roofies. Yeah,
just make sure you push it to 6 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Anything else could be painful.
AM or PM?
Well, no. Never mind. Never mind. All right.
No, it's nighttime. But you go to bed. Dude, sometimes you motherfuckers go to bed so goddamn late.
Dude, I've actually been doing a lot of work. So if anybody that doesn't know, I own a digital marketing company. I do website design and social media marketing, but I have been able to catch up on, since I'm always doing stuff for my clients, the stuff that I want to do for Red Bearded Marketing, or I have a comedy YouTube channel, and then stuff for the band. It always kind of gets pushed to the side a little bit because these people are paying me.
Not understandable.
Right. So it's almost like that. It's almost like contractors, like they're notorious for like they'll do great additions to a home, and they'll do like all kinds of cool stuff for somebody. But you go to their house and it's a mess. There's like projects they haven't done in like the 10 years they've lived at the house. It's almost the same thing for me, where it's like all these different videos I want to do, or like some SEO for my website, whatever it is. But since we've been locked in, I've actually been working. I feel like I've been working more than I usually do, which is a good thing. But at the same time, it's a lot of work. But at the same time, like I feel like I'm going crazy because there's no social interaction breaks.
I mean, you gotta put that in for yourself, because, like, I mean, for me, I work from home and I'm grateful for it. And anyone from work that is watching this at the moment, I don't think there's anybody that I know on right now, but it's really cool getting to work from home and kind of, I don't know, it's like finally having a place to like be in one spot. I'm always traveling. You guys don't know this probably about me. I live in Kutztown, and that's an hour or so away from Phoenixville. And I not only do stuff with Sunblind and I hang out with these guys, but I also I go to Levittown to practice with another band that I'm a little side project going on. I do help with friends for podcasting and video work, and then I work in Exton, and it's just like all this traveling and stuff like that. I'm barely home, but now it's like it's really fucked up to say, but like having to be stuck here is a good thing. I feel like I'm getting a lot more done. I feel more at ease. It's really strange.
Yeah. So one of the things that I've been doing is I've been releasing like a video a day for at least for Red Bearded Marketing for my company. Mm-hmm. But we actually, thankfully, we recorded some videos right before the shutdown last month.
Right. Well, technically 2 months ago now. It's April. It's nuts.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Wow. So I want to say it was like the end of February. Juan and I we released a video through the winter last week. We basically took our gear and put it together with a friend of ours, David Saul, and we recorded at the clubhouse where he lives, like late at night. And we did his, and then we did some of ours, and it was definitely a learning experience. Like everything will go a lot more smoothly next time. But we got some good songs, so we released Through the Winter this past week. And I
had a lot of good feedback from that. That was cool. Honestly, that was amazing. So who did the editing there, Luke? Was that all you or?
No, so David and I did the we did like the mixing. I mean, it's like not a lot to mix. It's like I think we just did like two guitars plugged into the interface, and then we had two microphones for vocals.
That I knew. I was more impressed with like the post video editing and stuff like that, because I had no idea. You said you did that yourself?
Yeah. So I've been playing around with iMovie for a long time. That's what I've been using, and I've just kind of been like I know my way around it, but lately I've been kind of like, man, like I should up my video game or video making game, and I kind of took the plunge that week with Final Cut Pro. So I edited it with Final Cut Pro. So like everything, and a lot of people ask me this with Red Bearded Marketing. A lot of people ask me, hey, did you go to school for website design, for social media marketing, for search engine optimization? And the answer is like, hell no, I would never pay money to go to school for it. There's a lot of things I would never pay money to go to school for that people do.
I mean, if people do go to school, though, it's a problem. I mean, you get kind of like a fast track and, immediate access to that stuff where, if you're doing this yourself, it's going to be a lot of time and stress. Trying to just make sure you're doing it the best and right way. Where like the school's like, no, here's what we recommend. Do all this stuff this way.
Yeah. It also depends on how you learn. I personally that's not how I would do well. But I basically sat down and hunkered down and taught myself how to use Final Cut Pro. And really, like, I'm not doing anything that you guys can't do. It's basically I put the program on.
That's a lot.
If I can't, yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, ugh.
Okay.
Anyway.
And I just, if I can't figure something out, I Google it, I look at the video, and then I try to do it on the program. And this is literally how I built my business for Red Beard Marketing for everything that I do. It's literally just trial and error, which as a business owner or doing anything, even going to school for something, really, like when you get it down, it's a trial and error, just trying and doing it. So I spent the weekend doing that. And then
trial and error, man. A little salt and pepper, the spice of life.
Yeah, and I've had the weirdest sleep schedule since this all started. Well,
you've had it. Weird sleep schedule to begin with. Like,
yeah, I mean,
every time I stay over, and this motherfucker is like, "Man, it's so early." I'm like, "Luke, it's 11."
So I'm not an early riser, in any sense of the word. I never have been, even when I was a kid. My dad
never had morning wood.
No, I always have. If anybody's wondering, always
at morning.
Always.
It's an early rise.
Early rise. But no. I've always, like, since I was like a little kid, my dad was a chiropractor when I was growing up, and I would always wait till he got home. So like even when I was like little, like he would get home at like 9 o'clock at night, and I would still be up, and I'd be up late. But like it's just the way I can't do. I don't know if I've ever really like written a song or done anything creative. Thank you, Matt. I don't think I've ever done anything creative before 9 o'clock, like 9 p.m. really. Like whether like on my own, like if we do band practice, like I can get creative because we're jamming and we're doing stuff. But like for me, I feel like my mind, my brain is like at its like peak at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like as far as like being creative, and being like, I don't know, fully functioning. Not fully functioning, but you know what I mean.
It's your prime, man.
Yeah,
that's when you're in your element. You can like just own it all in, and you're a little cabeza there.
But I think like two days ago, I like the last 2 days I haven't gone to bed till like 6 a.m. and I've actually, since I haven't been able to fall asleep, I'm just like working on stuff. So I taught myself how to use Final Cut Pro this last weekend, and then the other night I actually just I bought a program for making like thumbnail pictures for like YouTube channels and like Facebook videos and stuff, like really bright stuff that helps you get more views. It does. The reason why you get more views is because it's bright and attractive. People are more likely to click on it than like a dark picture.
You're not wrong, man. All the so before this, and this is one of my favorite things now to do a quarantine. So where I live, my neighbor is my old bandmate Sam, and we play Super Smash Brothers every night. And but you're saying with the thumbnails, it's true because the pros that I watch, they always have these like big bold titles or like obnoxious titles, and then like a nice clean thumbnail that's like just draws you in. And I'll watch that even if another video had other views. I'm watching like Little Z all the fucking time over like Zero or MK Leo. I mean Zero is still funny, but like just all these dudes that just have these really nice, like, marketing yourself essentially is really pivotal.
Yeah, that's actually what I was laying in bed the other night, and it was one of those Facebook ads when I was scrolling through, because I'm always looking at different programs that are out there for like YouTube, for video editing, like just always trying to find another tool that I can use.
I'm laughing at Kevin. It's a kickstand that keeps him from rolling out of his bed. That's amazing.
Kevin,
yes. It's good. He's getting them.
That is a good one.
You're saying?
So I was saying, I was just laying in bed. It was like 2 a.m. and I ended up watching the commercial, and that's what sold me on it. Was they said, have you ever seen any of these professional YouTubers, especially gamers? They have those bright lettering and like a really clear picture. And then I was just like, yeah, like there have been so many times where I'll click on a video that I would have never watched, but it's just because of the thumbnail. So
the thumbnail looks good, or it's attractive, or it's sometimes it's clickbait. My favorite is the way that Step Brother. The thumbnail for that's fucking hilarious. She's just bent over the couch, and he's just like so pissed playing on his Xbox. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it is one of the fucking most hilarious videos I've ever seen on YouTube. What's it like to be a stepbrother in 2019 is what it's called, and it is phenomenal.
I'm thinking about making some of those my own.
What? Wait.
Like, all right, so filming my own versions of that video, basically.
Okay, it's like if you were just gonna do stepbrother porn, I'm like with John. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be anyone that's gonna one. I mean, you got to have someone thirsty to get that quarantine dick. Second of all, I don't think Vincent and Julie.
If I ever wanted to never be able to maintain an erection again, I would do that with John.
No more morning wood.
No more morning wood. John would erase that.
I step brother.
I hope so.
When I show my dick.
If any of you are watching, we're talking about my roommate John Irick.
Yeah, I love you, John. You're such a good guy.
But getting back to the videos, we released this last week. We released Through the Winter, which we did a bunch of acoustic songs, and we released Through the Winter.
That one was the first take, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that and the one we're releasing this Friday.
So we're going to, for those of you who follow our music, we're going to release these videos early on YouTube. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which I'll put a link down below on the comments, you'll get an early view at just like Early Morning Wood. You'll get an early view at the videos we're putting out.
We're looking stuff in the climax too, and this video is going to be that.
It's clutch. It's clutch. So our goal is to put out a video a week. We have not been able to meet for this last month to put out videos because of the quarantine. So I might have to do a couple on my own this week, but we have some videos right now to put out for the next like 3 weeks at least. 3 of the videos are good. I don't know about the 4th.
The one of them was kind of touchy, I recall, but like the first we were releasing, they were great first takes. I was really impressed. Honestly, I thought they were going to be terrible, but you're your own worst critic at the end of the day. That's what they say. They're great, and the editing was fantastic. It's fun if you're a fan of ours, or you're not even a fan of the band. If you like me and Luke and just want to see some music, check this out. Check our channel out. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I basically kind of made an agenda for us for the next couple months. Again, I'm going to have to. Kevin, I'm currently working on that song. I'm right now. I'm thinking about the lyrics for that right now.
Early morning wood, I'm feeling good.
I don't know. I might try to get Little Dicky in on this one. It might be good.
Oh, Dave! You're gonna get Dave on it?
Yeah, Dave Bird. Get Little Dicky in on our Morning Wood song. That's like right up his alley.
Have you been watching that? Right? Have you caught up?
Like, if you guys are watching, this is going to be nothing but like segments that go all over the place because that's how on it. I think.
Yeah, I'm terrible at keeping on track with stuff.
It's our special power. But I've been hearing the name Little Dicky for like 2 years now. I listen to a lot of Gary Vee, and Gary Vee's very much, he loves hip hop. Mm-hmm. And he's been throwing out Little Dicky's name like nonstop. So I've been hearing it for like 3 years now. But I just never checked. Like, it was like one of those things where I was like, yeah, like I'm not going to check it out.
Dude, I'm surprised you haven't heard, like, I love Little Dicky. Dude's from Cheltenham. I saw him the one time when I was delivering boxes at my last job. Dude's a fucking he's a gem. He's a fucking cool dude. And professional rapper, which I saw you post the other day. That is like that. I knew him before that because he was a joke rapper. He had this track. I'll send you later, Luke. It's ridiculous. Talking about a guy's.
You there, Juan? You cut out there for a minute, bud. Oh man.
Oh no.
You there, Juan?
Oh no.
All
Hold
right,
on.
all
Coming
right.
back.
I think you're back. You're back.
I'm my back.
Come on. I'm adding
Waiting
you
to go
back in
live.
the stream.
3,
Oh man,
2. Oh, I'm back. I don't know what happened, guys. The fucking barrel cooler.
I know what happened. I blame that bitch Carol Baskins.
I blame Carol Baskins. She's a son of a
Carol
bitch.
Baskins.
She, you know what? You look at me right in the eyes. She fed
That,
her.
that
fed
bitch
her.
ruins it. That bitch ruins everything.
Oh, death, taxes. Carol Baskins killed her fucking husband. Not even so. Which for those of you who don't know, quick little segment. AEW tonight, they're having a fucking tiger cage match, and I am missing it for this stream. I was gonna put it on in the background, but I'd be way too distracted. So I have it recorded. I'll watch it later. It's gonna be great. Back to Little Dicky. Little Dicky's great. I'm not surprised you haven't heard him from me because I love him. I love his whole catalog. He's creative.
Well, I heard you say his like Gary Vee wasn't the only person that threw his name out there.
Well, I didn't play any of his tracks either, which is crazy. But
yeah, that is weird that you never played any of his tracks because usually you're like, yo, dude, like, you know, you're like, just so you guys know, like Juan's usually been over like every weekend. So like that's another thing that's been really throwing me off is like I enjoy having Juan over all the time, and like my normal social interaction with people, especially like Juan and everything, is like it's like just non-existent to the norm. But yeah, so like we started watching the show Dave, which is it's Little Dicky's show. It's semi-autobiographical. Like it kind of mimics a lot of like how he got started, but it's a hilarious show. And
it's also kind of like it takes a nice like over the top realism.
Yes.
Especially if the 5th episode that just came out last week, when they talk about Gaeta. Have you seen that?
Yes, that was really good.
That got deep. Fucking hit me, man. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
When did it get really? The show like actually has like depth. Like that's why I loved Atlanta so much too. Donald Glover, Childish Gambino show on FX. Had a lot of over the top, real, ridiculous scenarios, but still like kept it very down to earth in a way. Somehow with all these ridiculous things happening. And his show spans all different genres. I love that because there's a really good episode, I think in the 3rd season, that's like a horror movie that he did, and he collaborated with Jordan Peele to make it, and it was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll send you that as well. Luke, I'm sending you a bunch of shit tonight. Sorry, I'm going to blow your shit up later. But
cool.
To get back on track, Dave's great. What we're putting out on our YouTube channel is also going to be great.
Yes.
Go back to that with the thumbnail, the program you put in for the thumbnails.
Yeah, so we got sidetracked, so I'm doing an interview with my buddy Aaron Maloney, who's a professional musician. He has a studio down in Maryland, and I'm doing an interview live with him tomorrow at 5, and we are going to release the next song that we did, the next video, which is a Dashboard Confessional cover. For any of you guys who are Dashboard fans, it's Vindicated.
And fans of Spider-Man.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, you've probably heard it. But it's funny that came out like what, 2007?
It was crazy. No, earlier than that. I think 2003. 2002 is when that came out, and I think the second one came out in 2003, or the tail end of beginning of 2004. The only reason I know that is because me and Sam, the first week of quarantine, binge watched all the Spider-Man movies except for Spider-Man 3, all the way through. We only watched the scene where he's dancing.
Well, which one had the Vindicated song? Wasn't it number 3?
No, that was number 1. That was the first, maybe the second Spider-Man actually. Hold up, we have computers.
I feel like it was the second one because my buddy Fred Mascherino.
I should have known.
What year was it? 2005?
2004.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. So my buddy Fred Mascherino was in Taking Back Sunday, and they had a song on that soundtrack as well.
Really?
That's what. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I remember Fred saying that like he gets a royalty check like once a month just because of that, like mostly because of that movie, because those Spider-Man movies are always on cable television, so like they're always being.
It's from Where You Want to Be. It's this photograph is proof and parentheses. I know you know.
Okay.
I don't know that song, to be honest. I like Taking Back Sunday, but I don't know all their stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're releasing that. We're gonna release it on YouTube tomorrow. So if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will get an alert that that song is out. You can listen to it. And then we'll be releasing a song next week. Maybe what we'll do on next week is like we'll do this again next week and release the new song, the third song.
Oh, you mean the other live thing from the Phoenixville? I was like, did we record the new one already? I think you meant the one we've been working on at the Space Mall.
No.
That's gonna be cool.
That is going to be good. So one of the other things that we have set up going on for Sunblind that this virus put a wrench into was we were actually going to be doing like a 4-song session at Warm Body Studios with Kevin Folk.
Kevin, she's watching this.
I don't think he is. But we were going to do 4 songs live, and actually Kevin can stream them as well, but we were going to do 4 songs and then have those videos to release, and we can release a live EP with those. But this kind of put a wrench in it. I know Kevin's parents are older, so he doesn't want, especially once the quarantine started hitting, they didn't really want anybody in the house that might be sick.
Yeah, you don't want to chance it. You know, everyone's been.
No.
It better be. It would have been great. Honestly, I love what bands are doing. Not just bands, anyone in entertainment, from like Bon Appetit doing their home. Everyone's at home cooking and sending video content still, to like AEW and WWE. They're still like doing wrestling shows to empty arenas, and like Flogging Molly, they did a live show for free on St. Patty's Day. I think it's great that we still have entertainment. And I really wish that we could do stuff like that as Sunblind and like have live bands that we're talking about with Kevin. And the concerts that were all canceled and postponed, we can still put them on technically just for everybody. Right. But it's just better to be safe than sorry, especially at these times where there are still people out there that are just not paying attention to this pandemic at all.
Yeah. It's really interesting to delve into what I do for a living. One of the videos I put out, I've been putting out 1 video a day for Red Bearded Marketing, and one of the videos I put out was I was working the one day and I put SNL skits on my TV through YouTube, and I was just watching SNL skits, and then all of a sudden, like, if you watch SNL skits, Jimmy Fallon will come up at some point because like all the meta tags and everything for YouTube, they use a lot of SNL stuff. So it was last Wednesday's episode came up, and I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but it's kind of what I've been saying for almost like 2 years now as Red Bearded Marketing is like video content. Like if you're a business owner, if you're an entertainer,
motivated.
Well, do you want to be ahead of the curve or do you want to be behind the curve, whether you're a musician or an entertainer or comedian? Like, you should just be putting out video content nonstop. I mean, people are consuming it. That's what people watch. But it's also how you can get new fans. It's how you engage the fans you have. But it ended up coming up the Jimmy Fallon's show from the night before. He literally filmed it in his kitchen. His wife is filming it with an iPhone.
Yeah,
like with an iPhone. I've been screaming this shit for like 2 years. And the funny thing is, my clients that really get it and do it, like, they see really good results. Like, they really get good results. Like when they're like really active and they're just like they're playing, like we're almost like it's a relationship where we're coming up with ideas together and I'm helping them implement it, and they're filming stuff. It's not just, hey, I'm paying you to do this, you do it. Like when they really get their hands dirty and make that content that's real, it's about them, it's authentic, people connect with it. It's the same thing with musicians. Like But anyway, the Jimmy Fallon show was literally shot. The first opening monologue is him at the kitchen table with his 2 kids, and he's trying to do his opening monologue. And his like one daughter is like coloring, and she keeps like making all the like the transition like stuff for him. Like she's being the helper. And then there's the youngest one who's like climbing on him while he's trying to do the monologue and interrupting him. So like the monologue wasn't funny because the jokes weren't landing because he's getting interrupted, but like the situational thing and how he just kept a straight face because it's his little daughter was hilarious.
So good. I saw a glimpse, like little snippets of it. It was so great. Real quick. It was Dropkick Murphys, not Flogging Molly. I want to put that correction out there. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, because some punk guy's gonna be like, that damn Hawaiian, he got it wrong. It's funny.
I mean, close. Sam, he's not. He's not, but he corrected me. But anyway, what were we talking about? The Jimmy Fallon. It was so cool. Like you were saying, like just shoot it with a fucking iPhone. Just use your fucking phone and just take a picture. Take it. World Star Hip Hop's famous. You know why? Because people are always taking video of dumb shit. But you can take videos of your cool shit and spread positive crap rather than just people fighting and people shitting themselves.
I mean, make sure you're posting videos of people shitting themselves. But it's funny because I was listening to the
victim of shitting myself.
Listening to you shitting yourself. No, I was watching the Bad Christian podcast live today because I contribute to their podcast monetarily each month, so I get to actually get to see their them film it. Yeah, so I get to see them film it live, and I get to interact. And since we're at home right now, I've been able to do it. But it's really funny because they were chiming in and talking about the same thing today about how, and it's something I've been thinking about is how much, like right now things suck. The economy's really, I mean, like we're gonna take a hit on the economy, but the amount of innovation and how much this is gonna change, not only our society, like our society is going to like really change from this. Like you got so many companies now that are like, oh shit, like our employees can work from home. Like so many things are going to shift, not only with technology, but with the way, just the way we do things now. Like
it's a weird time to be alive, man.
Dude, this is a historical time. I'm saying it right now. Like not only from a technological standpoint, but like, you know, if this virus is really like kind of hitting that the baby boomer generation and that older generation is passing away, or, you know, like you're going to be left with this younger generation that have completely different viewpoints on how things should be done. So it's very interesting how much things are going to change very quickly, because
I'm going to put it out there, right? I mean, the passing of older people isn't a positive. No, that's the first thing I got from it. I was like, "What?" I want to clear that up for anyone who thinks that.
No, like, I'm not saying that's a positive. I'm just saying that up until the point of this shutdown, like our society has been changing very rapidly with the way technology. Like, all right, our technology has been changing so fast that our society is not able to keep up. And one of the instances is Congress doesn't even understand how this shit works. Like, if you watch their interview with one of the CEOs or one of the people up in Google, like the questions they were asking them, like they had no clue how their iPhones that they own work. Like it's the people that were making laws and decisions about how this stuff affects our economy and how it integrates with our laws and everything. They don't even understand how it works. So like you're going to start seeing people from that generation phasing out very quickly, and a younger generation coming in. So like there's just so much going on right now. I feel like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, like this moment is going to be something that's looked back on in history books as like, this is when everything started shifting in the society. Like it's also like such an unprecedented period in history. Like there's never been a time like, I mean, like the last time we had a crazy virus was literally 100 years ago, the Spanish influenza. And it just, like they weren't prepared at all. Like people just died. Like
Yeah, I
died.
mean, we had other things that were, the hot scares of the year: Zika, Ebola, swine flu, bird flu, all that stuff. Like, it's not the first time these viruses have come out, but this is the first
No.
one where we're not really keen on how to get around it, which I find terrifying and interesting at the same time. But the positives I've gotten out of it were how we can come together alone. Like,
Yeah.
we're all. I mean, like a lot of us have roommates and everything. I have 8, but yeah, they're all cool. I like my roommates. What was it? I mean, I've honestly, I haven't really met them or talked to them since I've been traveling. So this is the first time I actually get around to them, and they're nice people.
That's
They're
good.
really cool people. Trying to just trying to just get, like, you and I, just trying to fucking just carry on through this bullshit.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that's a really cool thing, and like you're saying, technology. I think I love how it's connecting people even more than they had before, and just, I don't know, just, and the empathy that comes from that. Like, everyone understands this is a weird time, so there's, I would want to say, less assholes. It's always a positive. And
Yeah.
just people are just, just kind of cool and just like, hey man, what's up? I just want to know what's going on, or like, oh cool, you're doing this. Like, I have friends just like, hey, I heard you're doing a stream. I'm gonna watch it because I have nothing to do. But on top of that, everyone just wants to support each other, man. We just want to
Yeah.
support each other.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to say, uh, if you want there to be a change for the positive, be the change for the positive right now.
And stay the fuck home. that's,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
I mean, not only stay home, but like also like check in on your loved ones. Like check in on people. Make sure people are doing all right. Like I like you keep seeing all these memes like about people that are uh who aren't outgoing, like that are introverts, where they've been preparing for this their whole lives. But like me, I'm the
Yeah.
type of person where like I go out too much almost. Like I'm the type of person that makes introverts uncomfortable when they look at my life because I'm so outgoing. I'm always out doing something. I'm always interacting with people, whether it's like business or it's just social life. So for me, this is like it's very challenging. So like it's not only a good time to check in on your friends that are introverted, but it's a good time to check in on your friends that are really outgoing because it's like it's getting to my head. I think that's probably why I'm not able to fall asleep at night. But I don't know. It's such an interesting time right now. I really think we're going to be looking back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and like this will be something that was like the shift in our society, technologically and just the way we think about things.
Yeah. Another dope positive. I don't know if you follow like any nature blogs or anything, but
Yeah.
like, there's in California, I think actually there's a picture taken yesterday of how fucking clear and blue the sky is right now. Like, you can
Yep.
see the fucking city now from like a couple miles away. I mean,
The
more than a couple miles, but, like, from a good distance away.
the first thing that started cropping up on social media was Venice.
Yeah, dude,
It's
that was
for
so weird.
yes, for those of you who don't know, the city in Venice, in Italy, is the one that has all the canals. It's all water, and
Mhm.
usually you just look at the water and it's like not clear in any way. Like you could probably not see, like if something fell into it. Like once it gets like 5 inches down, you probably couldn't see it.
Yeah,
Um, and like for the first time ever in pictures, like it's clear, and now all of a sudden there's like swans coming back. People can see fish, like
dolphins. That was the craziest picture.
dolphins. Yeah.
Dolphins coming out. I was like, can I gondola on the dolphin now? Like, is that is that gonna be a thing?
Did you see the one somebody photoshopped dolphins into the Schuylkill River? Somebody photoshopped dolphins, and they're like, oh my god, the environment's cleaning up so much that the dolphins have returned to the Schuylkill River.
Dude, the first thing you'd see are a bunch of bodies.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they would
yeah,
figure that, be like, you know what? Holy shit, guys, we found Jimmy Hoffa.
yeah. The South Philly Mafia is getting really uncomfortable right now
So how much smog do we got to produce to,
to get this back up.
how many pounds of smog? You can't weigh smog?
Uh,
Okay. How about shit? Anyway.
So my thing is even so getting back to our videos, once we run out of the videos that we've already recorded, I'm probably gonna go to our practice space and or do it here if it's quiet enough. Who knows with the current roommates. But
I haven't heard of it time. I think it'd be fun to do a thing or two on the interwebs.
Yeah. So I'll probably I have a couple songs that I know, like some covers that I've been wanting to do. I'll probably do those like this next week myself, just so we have some stuff since we're gonna be locked in for a while. Like I don't know when you and I will get to meet up and do another video session.
Yeah, I mean, well, besides these streams, I mean, even then, like it'd be crazy to try this, but just playing on the stream and see if that work. I don't know. That'd be some crazy stuff.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's always delay with some of these, but I don't know.
Yeah, we can give it a shot. It's not terrible. I mean, like worst case, you know, you can play something, I can play something. We'll figure it out. We can do Jackbox. We have this conversation still. We can do some fun stuff.
Yeah. Comment down below, like, what are you guys doing as far as like entertainment? So I haven't scrolled down in a while. Let's see.
Okay,
John,
what?
John, of course, John put one of the eggplant emojis, which I think that eggplant, John, that eggplant's way bigger than what you have, bud.
What did you? What did you say? Is an eggplant what?
I haven't been looking at the live comment feed.
John, how do you say the word you just said? You said it's an eggplant what? Emoji?
Emoji.
This is like, wait, what did he say? Emoji. It's
emoji. I don't know. Eulogy. I don't know.
Anyway, you were saying though, yeah, John, he is commenting. He also got the Take It Back Sunday song wrong, of course.
Yeah, it was Error Operator, which I do know the title of that song. Yeah, I know that one. Kyle, we are using Believe.
Is it Believe or Be Live?
I'm sorry, Be Live. I'm sorry, Be Live. For this, somebody told me you could do something similar with Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom meetings are good. I've used them with more than like 2 people, but
right. But somebody told me you could interface it with your Facebook Live. But I've been using Zoom for some of my business meetings. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. And even if you can, the reason why I went with Be Live is you can kind of manipulate the way some of the things look on here, which I don't know if I actually did because we were trying to figure out how to do all this stuff like right off the bat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a learning process, man. It's all good, baby.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, tell us what you guys are doing. You know what you're doing to do your free time, spare time you got now with all this. Oh, yeah, you hitting the wine hard. You're like a fucking soccer mom on a weekday.
I'm running out of wine, so this podcast is gonna have to end really soon.
It's a podcast.
Podcast.
Street.
Whatever this is. I think we what did we title it? We titled it. I did come up with a title for it.
I mean, I said Sunset with Sunblind because I thought it was a nice little like nonchalant public broadcasting name.
Yeah, and I was I put like Lockdown because of Carol Baskins.
Of course. Tiger
there
King.
we go.
Look at these headlines. Look at these headlines. Bam, 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 bam. No, we need some Vasula horns. Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
For Carol Baskins, I'd be out petting my tigers right now and feeding them. Instead, we're stuck at home.
He's not home, dog. He's in prison.
Yeah,
he's in the butt fucking prison.
Yeah, so I think maybe we'll wrap this up with so funny enough, when I called Juan the other day to talk about what we were gonna go over for this, because like I said, dude, let's do a live stream, and he's like, yeah, but what are we gonna talk about? I'm like, dude, like, you and I could ramble on and on for an hour, no problem.
Oh yeah, we are doing that right now,
dude. I knew this was going to be fine, but I like the last thing I brought up after like talking about our videos and everything was like I said to him, have you watched Tiger King? So I hope you got free Joe Exotic, because that's what we need to do, Sam. That's like top of my list is we need that lunatic back out on in the fucking world. But no, one of the things was I asked Juan, like, have you seen the Tiger King? And he's like, oh yeah, like, and he starts to proceed with telling me, go for it, Juan.
Yeah, so thank you. Nice little preamble. Well, first off, when everyone's posting Tiger King, it gives me suggestions on my fucking phone and laptop, and it kept giving me this goddamn Bollywood film that was an action flick, and I was so pissed, and I'm like, why does everyone like Tiger King? This looks so bad. And then finally, it comes up on Netflix, so I'm like, I needed to watch something. And I'm like, wait, is this Tiger King? I'm like, wait, why do I recognize this guy for a second? I'm like, well, I mean, I'm from Pennsburg, so being in Quakertown, everyone looks like Joe Exotic.
I mean, but he would be somebody that would own a store in the Q Mart.
Fucking Q Mart. I got the crocodile shop, dude. Where they sell
come on down to my crocodile shop. Don't you let that bitch Carol Baskins know about my crocodile shop.
I got this crocodiles in the back. Also, we do karaoke. If you guys want to do karaoke real quick in the corner. Also, we got adult stuff also in the back. There's like dildos and cuffs and shit. Don't let the kids back. How old are you? Whatever, you're tall enough. Dude, that's literally.
You would find so many husbands in Quakertown.
Dude, no problem. Oh, yeah. But also, that's a real shop in the Q Mart. Anyway, Joe Exotic.
All right. The Joe Exotic with Juan.
Yeah, I'm watching this. I'm like, well, I recognize this guy. What do I know this guy? So finally, it hits me. We called the hotline like a decade or so ago when they started doing these like web streaming things from the public broadcasting station. When streaming wasn't really a thing, you could put like a thing on the website and you'd watch it live, kind of. So me and my friend Cameron were looking for an ocelot at the time, and we found a Big Cat Entertainment on Google, and we're watching this dude. He's like, yeah, you can call in, whatever you want. We talk about my lagers, talk about all the exotic pets I got. I got a ton of them, like bragging. My friend like, yo, we're gonna fuck with him. So we call him and say we were ICP, the Insane Clown Posse, and that he was Shaggy Two Dope and I was the fat one. And we fucking like, yo man, the hatchet guys, we need bitch and tiger. Yeah, tigers with lasers on their dicks. And like, we fuck with them. He's like, what type of bullshit is that? You guys fucking calling again? And then the second time we call, and he's like, you got these goddamn clowns. Like, oh, if only you knew. Like,
dude, I didn't even want you to tell me the full story. I was like, stop telling me. Like, you need to talk about this when we're live.
Yeah, so we called them 3 times, and then after a while, they stopped doing the stream, or like you just couldn't connect to the number. Like they can choose what number, so maybe they recognize our number and they blocked it. But it was so fun. We never got an ocelot. We ended up getting a ferret. And that was at the Q Mart. The same place you can get porn, a bowl, and a crocodile, and karaoke. You can also get a ferret. So we got a ferret at the Q Mart.
I actually used to have 3 ferrets back in the day.
Oh God! And I thought koi was enough. 3 ferrets,
dude.
Jesus.
Let me just give you guys a little tip. If you're a single male and you're trying to find some ladies, or at least impress even just one lady, don't have ferrets. Like they are extremely cute. They're extremely entertaining, but goddamn, they smell. Like,
well, that's why you guys just give them the dirt and everything, lavender dirt and all that stuff. That's what me and Cameron's ferret smelled fine. Well, really? Cameron, his ferret, yeah. I mean, what was it? It was cool. He smelled sometimes, but it wasn't like unbearable. But that kid also can sling some puss around, so I think he was fine.
All right.
I think he may be the exception to the rule, because I was. Okay. There's many a times where I was a third wheel.
Man, that is like, it's hilarious that you did that, because I feel like that's something, if I had known about Joe Exotic's show, I would have totally have called up and trolled him. Like, I troll like Facebook, like all the Delco Facebook pages now, like religiously. Like, it's just like one of my favorite things to do is to troll people. But I wonder if Juan, you should try to do some research and see if you can find those episodes. They're probably on YouTube.
I'd have to think, but this is like when I think he first started in the public broadcasting stuff before they actually went to that big production. So I don't know, but I can definitely I can do some sleuthing, or anyone wants to do that research for me. I don't care, but I'll do it.
Yeah, you never know. That might be like really far back in their like in his YouTube logs or something like that.
Or maybe it's held up in court. No,
yeah, yeah.
Like Insane Clown Posse are involved, and they're like call Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J, and they're like, well, gentlemen, it's like, no, man, I'm the guy from Smash Mouth. I don't do this Insane Clown Posse stuff.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up with that story. So comment down below if you guys enjoyed this. If you want us to do another one, put some comments.
Regardless, it's just.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we have. So just write down what topics you want us to discuss next time, and maybe we'll do it. We'll probably probably not, but like it's it'll give you something to do. So
Luke, what we should call this. So remember when we went to the open mic night and the guy asked what the tag team name should be?
Yes.
What should we call the Bread and Butter Boys?
Bread and Butter Boys. Oh,
Bread and Brother
man.
Boys. Bread and Brother.
Bread and Brother. Hold on a second.
The Bread and Butter Boys podcast. They're my least favorite pickle, but it's just funny. I love alliteration. The Bread and Butter Boys. Yeah. Too sweet.
Oh! Now that you reminded me. All right, last thing. That comedian wanted to know what our signature, what the name of our signature move was.
I don't remember this.
No, he didn't. He I friended him on Facebook, and he ended up asking me. So yeah. So to give you guys some context, there's an open mic comedy night at Great American Pub, like 500 feet from my house. And Juan and I are planning. Not now, but like once they get back up and going, I was actually going to do some stand up. And Juan and I want to go and do stand up, like not together, but like at the same that night.
Proximity.
Right, but we were there the one night, and this one comedian who's pretty funny, very dark humor. So if you enjoy dark humor, you'll like it.
Very fucking dead and dark.
Yeah. He came up to us and he asked us if we were like a wrestling team because we were sitting at the table together, and we were like, no, and we were like laughing. We're like, I guess we could be. And he's like, all right, well, what would your name be? And like Juan was just like, oh man, like you're putting me on the spot too much. So like the next day, Juan texted me. He's like, yo, we're the Bread and Butter Boys.
See, I came up with it fast enough. I still remembered it. Then signature move. I think the signature move is going to be European uppercuts, or it's going to be like forearms, the face. You do the high, I do the low, so I kick them. They're down. You pick them up. You do a power bomb, and I do a fucking flip from the top rope.
That's actually interesting because if I ever get in a fight, when I fight, I actually do use forearms because it's easy to break. It's easy to break knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
So like
they don't heal well.
Forearms and leg sweeps are like literally what I do.
Sweep the leg. That's
I sweep the leg, man.
Yeah, but Bread and Butter Boy signature move. I don't know. I want to call it the Wonton Burrito Bomb.
Yes.
We'll figure it out. It's less me centric, but it's still funny.
Yeah. I like.
But yeah, Bread and Butter Boys, man. We'll do comedy eventually. Hell, maybe we can do comedy on here for one of the nights we stream if we run out of content. If you guys want to hear what we have, just to try it out, fuck it, we'll do it. It's easy enough.
Might as well.
Fuck it. But dude, are you out of wine? Because I'm out of beer.
Yeah, I'm out of wine. So guys, comment down below. I'm glad Anissa's finally. Anissa, did you piss out any kidney stones yet today?
What? Ew, what? Why would you ask that?
Because I almost had to drive her to the hospital. She ended up going to the hospital. She was in severe pain, and ended up she has kidney stones. So she's trying to pass the stones.
Dude,
yo, girl,
the way you brought it up though, you're like, "Hey, what's up, girl? You pass some kidney stones?" Like, that's your like regular thing you just talk about.
Yeah, she's like a little
Like,
BB
oh,
gun. She's
like,
like a little
oh, look,
BB.
how's your urethra?
She's a little BB gun from Solderton shooting out stones.
No
All
sour
right,
girl.
yeah. I always swipe left on Solderton girls. That's all we got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah,
The bread and butter boys.
Bread and butter boys.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
Love you, Dan. Take care.
You too, bud.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
How do you do this?